What's up? It's Tom. Let's run through the lineup, the position players to complete sort of our turn through the Minnesota Twins 2023 roster as it stands. As it stands, might be some trades coming before opening day, as we learned last year, the Taylor Rogers trade happening so late. But I also want to talk about Donovan Solano. So just real quick first, I want to. My weird brain wants to do these in a certain order. So catcher, the Twins are projecting to be 11th. According to Fangraphs, their depth charts projections in wins above replacement, thanks to new addition Christian Vasquez. Kind of an under-the-radar addition who I think is going to pay big dividends for the Twins. Moving over to first base, this is where Donovan Solano figures to factor in the most. That was his primary position last year, but he's played all over the place. He's played quite a bit of third base, quite a bit of second base, some other positions, but now at 35, we're probably not going to see him playing any shortstop, or he's very limited outfield experience. Those will be his main positions: first, second, third. Obviously, we're hoping that Alex Kirilloff kind of takes off and is the primary first baseman. These projections don't really love this picture for the Twins. First base, the Twins are ranked 20th on these projections, and I kind of understand that given sort of the questionable status of Alex Kirilloff. And these projections are taking a very cold look at his performance, and he hasn't really hit in the major leagues. So I totally get that. The upside is certainly there. But Donovan Solano, it probably wasn't the move I would make. I wrote this in a community post. Whenever outlets feel that they have to go out of their way to say this is a major league signing, that's not a minor league contract, that's maybe not a great sign for that. But I get it. I probably would have gone with Luke Voit. But with Alex Kirilloff is swinging, so that's good. There's apparently not any pain or any unexpected pain in the wrist, but he's also not hitting live pitching yet. So I think this is just going to be a thing that's just going to be forever an issue until it's not, And right now it's still an issue, so we kind of have to be a little nervous about it. And if we've learned anything with the Twins the last couple of years, it's like get depth, get crazy depth, get three more guys than you think you need. So Donovan Solano being able to play first, second, and third base. Donnie Barrels is his nickname, a line drive hitter. I definitely kind of have started to like that addition more and more as I've thought about it and how he fits in and how much insurance he can provide. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out. The Twins are ranked 11th at second base. Jorge Polanco, kind of an underrated player, such a huge part of the 2021 Twins, but that was such a down year. Kind of a lot of people didn't get to see that. Shortstop, Twins ranked second in shortstop projections. Tell this to anybody who thinks Correa is overrated or overpaid or not that good or whatever. He good. Third base, the Twins are 11th. And, that's kind of a common theme here. Outside of first base, which we said was 20th, the Twins are, right outside the top 10. Upper half, but not upper tier other than shortstop. Moving on to left field, they're 18th, so bottom half in this one. But I think we all know Joey Gallo. The question is, are we getting the New York, LA Gallo, or are we getting the Texas Joey Gallo? And I think he still has that upside. I think he's still the same guy. I think he could do that. But I think this is an appropriate ranking for now. But there is definitely a potential for a bounce back from Joey Gallo, I think. Center field, the Twins are 6th. Even with this projection kind of splitting quite a bit of Byron Buxton's time between center field and DH, Michael A. Taylor, this is based on WAR, so his defense is being factored in there. So that's a nice ranking for the Twins. They're 6th. And then in right field, they're 12th. Mention the trade things. Who knows if Max Kepler is going to stick around or not. But as of now, that's who they've got as the primary right fielder, and the Twins are 12th there. At DH, 10th. This picture, it's anybody's guess. And they're going to rotate guys a lot in this position, I think. So who knows how that's gonna work out. But the way they have this all broken up, Twins ranked 10th at designated hitter. And, again, we talked about the pitching staff, both the starting pitching and the bullpen and the live streams. So we're not going to have a live on this, but I wanted to touch on all this and then wrap it up as well. So where do we stand? Okay, we did all the positions. Where does that shake out for the Twins now? The Fangraphs has the projected AL Central standings as a dead heat between Cleveland and Minnesota. Both teams projected to go 83 and 79. Gotta like that as a Twins fan. How they were not close at the end of last year. Of course, the Twins led the division for a good chunk of the year, but Cleveland really blew them away by the end of the year. Got to feel good that they're neck and neck, that the Twins have caught up in the eyes of these projections. And we'll see, with the with the balanced schedule, I do think it's not going to take a ton to win the AL Central this year. I think if you can get to 85 wins in the AL Central, you got a great shot of winning, which these projections would agree with. And then just a full-on breakdown of WAR with the Twins, showing how close these two teams are. The Guardians do have a slight edge, but the Twins and Guardians literally neck and neck, right next to each other. And I found it kind of interesting. They're both right behind the Phillies, who went to the World Series last year. Now, of course, they were a wild card and just had a great October run, a team very much built for an October run. So take that with a grain of salt, but I think that's a good sign for these teams. Certainly looking across this team, I feel like, again, there's not a whole lot of spots where you can feel like the Twins are one of the better teams in baseball. Again, shortstop and center field are a couple of those, especially, depending on how much Buxton plays. Always got to say it. It's a thing. But I do feel like they also don't have a lot of spots where they're like going to be bottom 10. The rotation depth, I think, is especially going to be key there. So that is kind of my stance. How are you feeling? How are you thinking? Thanks for watching this video. Thank you to all the channel members, and especially these premium members listed here. We'll talk again soon.